When I went to high school, of course, Margaret was there, and I don't think I realized what an impact she was making on women's sports. Because, you know, when in those days, in the fall there was football. That's it. In the winter there was basketball and wrestling, and then girls had a basketball program, but it was half court. You know, they played offense on one end and defense on the other. And you and I were on offense, we didn't go across the half line. We had to pass it to the other end. And then the offense or the defense took over. So she coached that.
At that particular time, the male athletic program was dominant over anything, and girls was wherever they could squeeze in to get a place. But she was a fighter, and if there was a girls' sport, she was the one that was running it.
PE teacher Margrett Kopf came to McMinnville High School in 1939. At that time, girls' athletics at MHS were virtually non-existent. She immediately formed a Girls Athletic Association, which gave female students the opportunity to compete in several kinds of sports and activities, with Margaret as the coach for most of them. She authored the GAA Handbook, which has been used as a model of success in prep school athletics all throughout the nation for decades. In less than 5 years, she developed and organized female competitions for badminton, basketball, bicycling, bowling, gymnastics, horseback riding, hiking, ping pong, skating, softball, swimming, tennis, track, and volleyball. In 1946, Kopf began coaching both the girls' and boys' tennis teams, which she would continue to do for many years. Season after season, Margaret had great success as coach and ambassador of women's athletics at MHS. She coached countless league championship teams and several individual state champions, such as former inductees Diane Peterson and George Allison. In 1948, Kopf added 2 new sports to McMinnville High School, camping and golf, and in just 2 years, GAA grew to an overwhelming 210 girls. With Margaret as the leader of the association, her positive influence grew to an all-time high by teaching and/or coaching nearly every female and several of the male athletes at MHS.
When I started teaching and she was there and could see what she had done and was doing, she certainly deserved the award that she received. She was the National Women's Coach of the Year. She was trying to get as many girls' programs going as possible. There was absolutely, I'm sure, no money for it. I doubt if she got much pay, if any, for doing it, because it wasn't part of the program.
As the years went by, the names and faces of the young student athletes at Mackay may have changed, but Margrett Kopf's incredible leadership over them hadn't. Her astounding career, which consisted of coaching over 17 different sports spanning 36 years with countless league titles and top state finishes, has placed her in a league of her own. This is why the Oregon Sportscasters honored her with the Hayward Award for Outstanding Service in Girls Athletics in 1969. At the time, she was only the 5th woman to ever win the prestigious award. In 1975, her final year in education, Margaret was the recipient of 3 more Career Achievement Awards. One from the Oregon Coaches Association and another from the Coast Valley League, both of which commemorated her for 40 years of teaching and coaching at the high school level, 36 of which were with MHS. In her final honor, McMinnville High School bestowed upon her the inaugural Margrett Kopf Award, which is now given to the school's most outstanding female athlete. With her name stenciled in time, McMinnville will never forget the pioneer and mother of female athletics at Mac High.